Morning. My name is Terry Farr. I'm the Executive Director for the Greater Picayune Area Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to welcome you to Chamber Conversations. Today I'm meeting with Barrett Brayson. How you doing, Barrett?
Good morning, sir. Doing fine.
Good. Barrett is an agent.
Yes, sir.
See, my mother taught me that. And the agent with State Farm. He's running a very successful operation here. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But Barrett is a member of the Chamber of Commerce and just recently became a sponsor. So we appreciate you doing that. Appreciate what you're doing here in town. And so, Barrett, why don't we start out by letting everybody know who Barrett Brayson is?
Yeah, Mr. Terry, first off, thank you.
Sure.
It's always a pleasure to see you, especially first thing in the morning, even though you don't drink coffee. That's okay. No, a little bit about me. I'm 34 years old. I'm married, got two beautiful little girls. I was born and raised here. I was born right off the boulevard, November 29th, 1983. I'm a member of Pine Grove Church. Drive the church van. That's always a fun experience. Matter of fact, that's tonight. Challenging, to say the least. But just a hometown boy. The military. I've done 15 years so far. I have drilled this weekend. A lot of my friends. Yes, you're very welcome. A lot of my friends went active duty and went all over the world. Well, I got to go all over the world, but I stayed home in Gulfport and done drill there. I knew I was a homeboy and I didn't want to leave too far. I was scared there wouldn't be no hunting or fishing where I went. So that was one of the things. But yes, born and raised here. Really love this community. It's been good to me and my family, and I'm very fortunate to be here.
So now, because I don't know all the answers to these questions, but so did you go to college or anything after high school?
I did. I graduated Pearl Central High School in 2002. I went to the river. I did 2 semesters. Found out I wasn't really mature, so grades kind of dipped down on me, so I went to summer school, picked them back up, then I went in the military. Mm-hmm. So a year later, after basic training and tech school, I came back. I finished up at the river, and I went to work at Stennis Space Center on the Space Shuttle main engine. The whole time I was doing Air Force College, and I did graduate with that in 2007. So I got there. It just took me a little longer than most.
Hey,
so
I was just curious, But so let me ask you this: when I first met you, you can tell. Well, you can't. Thank goodness I don't have sleeveless shirt on. But I met Barrett at one of the local gyms, and I was impressed. I'll have to admit I was impressed. Well, I was impressed by your skinny arms, but by your biceps. But I was impressed with your smile, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what this guy does, but I bet you he's successful. So anyway, after a couple visits there, I met you. And so I can't remember, you were working out at Stennis, I think, at that time, and then we got to know one another. So from there, how did you get hooked up with State Farm?
So that's a pretty interesting story in itself, and it does show how God has His plan on everything, even when we're blind to it. He's working, and I think we've all went through that. So my mom remarried, and it was 2009. She married a State Farm agent in Baton Rouge. So he has been on me. We got to know each other. We didn't kick it off right off the bat, but
is he gonna be watching this?
Yeah, no, but he knows. And but Tom, we're very close. He's like a brother to me. But anyhow, we were at Cabela's one time, and I'm a big bass fisherman. We were in Gonzales, and they had a young couple looking at a boat, and I sold it. So, and he was like, you have to entertain this opportunity. Well, that was after about 4 years of him pursuing me. A little bit here, a little bit there. So 2014 came around, and Uncle Sam sent the orders to 432 Lumpkin Road that I was heading to Kuwait for 7 months. So I got my stuff packed for the Air National Guard, and we had a little going away party, a cookout, and he pulled me to the side and he said, hey, I know we haven't talked about this lately, but it's been something that, I know that we have spoken about. Think about the opportunity while you're gone. So I found myself a few short days later in a desert, 115 degrees, and I got to do some thinking. So really, it was over that deployment that I knew at Stennis. Stennis has been a blessing to me. I was there for 10 years, never missed a paycheck, Terry. It was a dream job, but I knew I was stuck, and there was nothing wrong with that, but I needed a spark.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of guy that feeds on a challenge, even though they do scare me to death. It motivates me.
Right.
So I came back home from Kuwait, told him I wanted to do it. So for the next year, I took all the tests, got approved with State Farm, got my state license, which is another story in itself. That was miserable. My precious wife hung in there while I studied every night. So I got that done, got approved, went through several hoops. And at the time, I was working 410s at Stennis. So Friday morning, I was off. So I would head to Baton Rouge, and I would work at his office for Friday and Saturday, just trying to learn what I could. Had no idea PIcayune was an option. Really thought that I was going to have to pick my family up and move. I wasn't sure where to go. I had a geographical region in mind, but so anyway, several months went by. The light was looking a little dim, but I was okay. I had a job at Stennis, so I was kind of shifting back to, well, I gave it a go. Nothing fell out. And then I woke up one morning, and there was a phone call at about 5 that morning. It was my stepfather. And he said, check the computer. And there's a little site we go to, and we can look at open agencies that have openings. And it was PIcayune. So here we go again. It's back alive. And when I told Erin that morning when she got up, Erin, my wife, we were making coffee, and I said, Erin, PIcayune has an opening. And she started crying. She goes, I've been praying for this. So it was like, okay, here we go. And it has just been a blur since. And I'm a year in.
I was going to say it's been 1 year and a few days.
1 year yesterday.
Huh? Yesterday, okay.
Yep, since we opened, yes, sir.
I guess we could have a celebration. Not only has it been a year, and I know you probably don't want to brag about it, but I will. But tell them about what you just got awarded.
Yeah, so the first year, there was from 887 to 1,000 brand new offices nationwide that started the same day we did.
Man, that's a lot.
It's a lot. I know there's 19,000 State Farm agents in the country. So there is a turnover. It's pretty significant when guys retire. So we started May the 1st, and throughout the year they'll track our production, and they'll gauge us against our peers, our first year offices. Well, we hit number 15 about 4 months in. And then the next report come out about midway, and we were number 4. And I told my sales leader, I said, hey, I think we can hit number 1. I think we can do it. And the market was tough. We're in a coastal county, high wind zone. And when it came out around month 10, we were number 1. Awesome. So it was a big deal. And, I've got to speak to several recruiting teams for State Farm that I'm an external candidate. Means I didn't come up in the office necessarily. I came from the outside. And so I've got to speak to several teams talking about, what should they look for in a recruit from the external side. And I told them, you get somebody that has no experience but is willing to work and will hire a good staff. That was the key. I knew I couldn't do it, Terry. I knew I didn't have the experience. I was going to have to learn as I went, which is fine. But I knew to go fast, I had to get a young, motivated team.
And you've got a team, my memory tells me, of 5.
5, yes, sir.
And you're the oldest.
I'm the oldest in
34.
here.
You're the only one in the 30s. Everybody else ranges from, 22 to 29?
22 to 29. Now, my office manager is 32.
Oh,
so, I probably shouldn't have said that. So, but anyway, I'm 34 and I'm the oldest one in here.
That's great. So man, that's terrific. We could talk a long time about that. So, okay, I know you got one particular hobby. I'm going to give you about a minute to rant on this, but not long. So what's your favorite hobby?
Eating.
Eating?
No.
What's your second favorite?
Fishing. That's what I enjoy to do. So, I mean, that's something that I've done ever since I can remember. Pretty cool story about that, Terry, is I fish tournaments competitively, and it's kind of a joke to a lot of people, but it's serious to us. It's not really money. You're not making a living doing it. Bragging rights.
Yeah.
But we were at Dad's about 2 months ago, and I had my 4-year-old, and she caught a fish in the pond, and I took a picture of her, and it hit me. I was standing in that exact same spot at her age. That's where it all started.
Yeah.
So it's just pretty cool, you know. Things like that will take me back at times, but yep, that's my passion.
If y'all want to see some pictures of some of these fish, just go to Facebook. Probably Instagram.
Yeah,
I know you're
some
on
there.
Instagram and
well, you know,
Terry,
Terry, I deer hunted, but you got to be real still, real quiet, and it's real cold. So
that's just so much fun.
Yeah.
All right, what have I not asked you? We're probably running up on time. What have I not asked you that I probably should have asked you, or what have we not talked about? And give you 30 seconds to answer that. How about that?
You know, I would, Terry. You know, something that I feel excited about is the local economy and the activity that's going on. The homes being built. I know. They mentioned at a home builders meeting there was 227 homes built last year in Pearl River County, and we're on pace to go past that this year.
That's great.
I thought that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You know, being a business owner, and I think everybody can relate watching this, getting to know other business owners and connecting with them. They're in the same fight we are.
Yeah.
You know, and I would say, you know, reach out to them. Hey, how did you do this? Who did you use for your taxes? How'd you balance? How'd you reconcile that budget? You know, what? Just people will tell you. Ask them, and they're more than happy. And that's how I got through this first year.
Well, you're a good student. I'll say that. You're a good student. So, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Terry.
Barrett is on personally and also State Farm wise. He's on all those social media sites. So be sure to go out there, like him. Whatever you do, you know, whatever. And if you like this video, please like it, share it. This will come out on YouTube, so if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, do that. We'll put it out on Facebook, our website, and Twitter, I think, so forth. So, you know, it's we having fun, so just appreciate you.
Mr. Terry, thank you, sir.
All righty, and y'all make it a great day.